Got a little something different here on Rider's Range today, an interesting and rather rare pistol. It is a Smith & Wesson 5906 PPC 6-inch. Again, it's rare. We're going to talk about it and we're going to actually shoot it out here on Rider's Range. Stick around. All right, the Smith & Wesson 5906 PPC. It was designed by Smith & Wesson specifically for PPC competition. We did a video a while back on a couple of PPC guns, talked very briefly about PPC. I'll put a link to the video up here on those PPC guns. And I was involved in PPC competition for, oh my gosh, better than, it spanned almost 3 decades, late 70s into the mid 90s. And a friend of mine who was more into bullseye and is now into cowboy action shooting, retired from the local department, and we still keep in touch. He did a little PPC shooting and he picked this up from the Smith & Wesson custom shop. It was available only to law enforcement, specifically for PPC shooting. Number of features on this that are not your standard 5906, and we're going to talk about those. First thing I want to do though is shoot this at 15 yards and see how well it works. Now this was designed to work all the way out to 50 yards, and of course you know we're going to have to try that. But first let's see how it patterns here at 15 yards here on Rider's Range. It's got a 15-round magazine. We're only going to fire 5 shots here just to see how it holds up. And we're using Blazer brass, 147 grain, nothing fancy. And we'll talk about some match ammunition here when we get over to the 12-yard line. Well, all right, with a full magazine, this starts best at a lock bag. It's hard to get a full magazine all the way in there. So put a full mag in and then run the slide in on it. And single action with a really nice trigger. So let's see how it works, if I can do my part. Felt like I pulled that one high. I pulled a couple of them high. I'm going to blame that on me, not the gun. Safety's on. Says a really nice trigger. I believe NRA rules back at the time said they had to be 3 pounds, and if I remember right, they actually weighed the trigger, particularly on the distinguished guns, and actually had a weight set. I just used my trigger gauge on this thing, and I came out with 3 pounds 2 ounces, fairly consistent. Does not have a magazine disconnect like about a lot of other 59s did, and this is strictly single action. There is no double action on this as your typical 59s. We'll talk more about the sights and a few other things when we get over to 12 yards. So again, any errors on this gun, it looks like are going to be on me, not on the gun. So let's go over to 12 and see how it works over there. So this 5906 PPC gun is actually a version of the European Target Champion, which wasn't available in this country. And again, the PPC was only available to law enforcement officers, specifically for PPC competition. Again, single action only, no magazine disconnect, really nice flared mag well, and does have a pronounced thumb safety on it. Typical Smith & Wesson 1911 type design with the fish scales on it. That's from the E series. Also external extractor. We'll talk more about the sights and the bushing that makes this thing so accurate in just a minute. But oh, also extended magazine release. So this is not meant to be a steel challenge or plate gun, but we're going to run 6 plates real quick here at 12 yards, just to see if I can do my part. We know the gun can do its part. Again, this is using Blazer 124 grain ammunition. All right, let's just see if it'll hit some plates. If I do my part, I just barely winged that first one. We're not going to waste too much ammunition on this because it's not meant to be a plate gun at 12 yards, so we're going to move it on over to 25 and see how it works out there. All right, this is a version of the European Target Champion. Again, this was the PPC gun was only, as I said, sold to law enforcement officers for PPC use. They came in 5 and 6 inch barrels. This is a rare 6 inch, and again, not a lot of these made. This gun, if you can find them, is about a $3,500 to $4,000 gun nowadays. They stopped making these a long time ago. And we'll talk more about the sights in a couple of minutes, but this one has, like the Model 52 does, a Briley bushing on it that really helps with the accuracy. That, as well as a good barrel to slide and slide to frame fit. We're set up with 12 inch, 8 inch, and even 6 inch plates over there, 25 yards. Let's see how it works. All right, the big black 12 with a red center over there on the far left should be an easy hit. How about the 8 inch next to it, white with a red center? Way over there on the right, 8 inch white with a green center. 6 inch white one right next to it. Pretty easy. The center of the orange silhouette. I moved it. See if I can get it out. Try it again. That's moving it, not getting it out though. Maybe these 147s aren't going to do it. Of course, it depends on where I hit it. One more time. All right, got it out. Now I got to get it back. There it is. Got a few rounds left. What if we get a paint can there? Let's see. Try the one on the lower right. Oh. May not be any pressure. We'll go to the one on the left. Not hitting them. There we go. Hit it. Not much in it. One on the top. Nope. Again, I'm not blaming anything on the gun. I'm blaming it on me. All right, let's try this out to 50 yards. All right, the Smith & Wesson 5906 PPC gun 6 inch barrel is about 53 ounces loaded with 15 rounds of ammunition. I'm presuming NRA rules had 6 rounds per magazine, but don't quote me on that. It's a very extended magazine release, which is really nice to work with. And Aristocrat sight, you'll see the front sight is really high. The Aristocrat, as I mentioned in the other PPC video, is a 3-position sight. Normally, again, this is not my gun, so I'm not going to mess with the sights at all, but normally position 1 would be center hold, position 2 would be a neck hold on a B-27 at 25 yards, position 3 would be a almost top head hold, like you're shooting or center hold rather, on a bullseye, aiming at the top of the head to get real good definition on each side of the head, each side of the front sight. And then the bullets would theoretically drop right into the 10 ring. 10 ring on a B-27 at 50 yards, or the 10 ring is 4 inches wide, 6 inches high. I've actually got a couple of 6 inch plates set up at 50 yards. I'm going to see if I know this will hit it. Can I hit it? Since I haven't shot PPC in well over 2 decades. Let's give it a try, 50 yards. All right, 50 yards. We're going to start out real easy on the white 16 with a green center, and shouldn't be any strain for the gun. Let's see if I can still see that far. Oh, of course. 12 inch right below it, white with the orange center. Of course. Let's see. I got looks like a 10 inch, an 8 inch, and a 6 inch over there. I think the white with the black center is a 10 inch. All right, white with the orange center, I believe, is an 8. The plain white way over on the left is a 6. Can I get that? That was me. I feel like I'm pulling it to high to the right. Just over it. There we go. All right. 3 shots left. Can I get that 6 inch again? All right, 1 shot. Good place to quit. All right. I got to tell you, this gun is far more accurate than I am now. Really like it. It's got a rubberized grip on it, good traction on the back. It's also got a checkered front strap, which gives really good traction. Smooth trigger. I think I mentioned this weighs at, on my digital gauge, weighs at 3 pounds 2 ounces. Really nice, consistent, light trigger. Oversized slide release. Wow, really nice gun. Wish it were mine. Two things to mention on this 5906. One is some ammunition that Mike gave to me when he loaned me the gun. 9mm Winchester subsonic match, 147 grain full metal jacket. He said go ahead and shoot it. However, this stuff is as rare as the gun, so I'm not going to shoot up his ammunition. It did fine with that 147 grain Blazer, at least fine for me. The other thing I want to mention about this gun is that it's well tuned and the ammunition is pretty consistent, because if I had a 5-gallon bucket out here, probably half the brass that I just shot would have gone in that bucket from ejection from the gun. I don't have to chase this brass all over the place. That to me is a well-tuned gun with good ammunition. So really, really like this 5906. So the Smith & Wesson PPC 5906 6-inch barrel out here on Riders Range. Wow, love this little gun. And if you like these videos, we appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell so you know what's coming up on Riders Range. We appreciate comments on this video. Helps us be more noticed in YouTube. The more comments we get. Comments down below on this video are appreciated. Comments on anything else to info@ridersrange.com. We'll do our best to respond to emails. So wow, I really wish I had it. Wish I had $3,500 to buy another one. And in my younger days, this would have been great in PPC. Thanks so much for stopping by Riders Range.